So Joseph James here of Templar Nation, tell me a little bit about how we got into this movie. Where did you start from, and then where we're at now?
Okay, well, I was in Hollywood for a couple years, did some acting, had a few TV appearances, a few feature films, but I wanted to get into the production side of things, and so I got some investors together, and I'm the associate producer of Hillbilly Highway, which is a feature film starring Estrada, Keith David, several other pretty well-known actors. It's a comedy, rated R. It's really going to have people rolling around laughing. It's pretty funny. And so that is going to be released on April 20th. And during this interim, I was trying to figure out what to do because I had so much time and energy invested in that whole project. So I came out here to Utah, and I have some roots here and some family. And so I directed a low-budget feature film called Masonic Map, which got me acquainted with some really amazing people here in Utah, and that's what led to Templar Nation.
So tell me a little bit, what is Templar Nation about?
Templar Nation is about a group of Knights Templar who are assassinated on Friday the 13th, 1307 by the Catholic Church. And a few of them were able to make it over to America in 1308, fleeing this, this false purge that they were under, and they were so terrified that they made it all the way to the Navajo reservation thinking that these Catholic assassins were going to follow them all the way, and they found refuge with the Navajo Indians, and they set up a headquarters inside of a rock monument down in Monument Valley, and they've been controlling the country and the world ever since.
It sounds pretty interesting. It sounds very similar to either Da Vinci Code, National Treasure type of tie-in.
Yeah, it's very similar, and it mixes fact with fiction along with speculation and some things that at least Knights Templar and Freemasons believe to be true as far as how deep their reach goes and how much control they really have over politics and banking and the military and things like that.
Excellent. Now, you also said that you came from LA, the Hollywood area. Mm-hmm. How does Utah compare to LA? Let's talk about cast and crew-wise.
Oh, well, it's very different. The filming in LA is extremely expensive. The permits, all the different logistical elements, having to get as far away from the city as possible to have certain looks, and to have the studios that have the sound stages and everything is extremely expensive. So I find that the people here in Utah are, number one, very talented. Number two, are very motivated, and they are willing to work for maybe a little bit less than people in LA and provide the same quality of work. And then number three, you have access to so many different things as far as southern Utah and northern Utah and the desert and the mountains, to where within a few hours you could be just about anywhere. And so that combination to me is what's exciting about Utah.
Excellent. And do you have any other projects coming up after Templar Nation that you know of? Or actually, better yet, before we get into that, I want to talk to you about your crew, your cast. Mm-hmm. You have some interesting additions. In Masonic Map, you didn't have any named actors, mm-hmm. Not really. Yeah. Who do you have in Templar Nation? Well,
Templar Nation stars two well-known actors who I believe are both very talented. One is Estrada, who also starred in Hillbilly Highway. So he wants to work again and continue to be involved. And he's actually excited about coming out here to Utah because I don't know if he's ever filmed here before. We filmed Hillbilly Highway in Georgia, and so it was another similar situation where Georgia has such good incentives that made sense to film it there. And then the other starring role is Richard Dutcher, and we just got done filming an entire day with Richard, and the entire cast was mesmerized by him because he just, enough said, he's just incredible. So Eric and Richard have multiple scenes together throughout the course of the movie, and Richard is the only guy who's on camera with Estrada and vice versa. And so seeing the two of them together on camera is going to be pretty amazing.
It's going to be excellent. Now, I was hinting that I was going to want you to talk about future productions, but I don't want to go there yet because I want that to stay a surprise. I want to do another interview with you again when we get to that point.
Yeah.
But when can we expect to see Templar Nation hit in theaters?
We are hoping to release it on March 1st, somewhere around there. We are on day 3 of filming. We're estimating 30 days of production, basically back to back with a few days on or off there. and then we'll have maybe a month of post, and we're already editing the film as we're shooting it.
Wow.
And so hopefully right around March 1st, but we don't have a fixed release date at this point.
Okay, well, just keep us informed as when it's coming out.
Okay.
We'll help you spread the word.
Excellent.
John, thank you very much.
Thank you.